So here we are on the last day. We're drawing things to a close now. It never seems like it's ever going to happen somehow. You always seem to be driving on forward, thinking of what's the next thing we've got to discover, and then suddenly you find yourself on the last day. It's almost typical of a community excavation where lots of different people have been working on different parts of the project, and you're winding down on the side of digging holes anymore because you've got to make sure that you're getting everything recorded. What have we got from the last 2 weeks? Well, we've got 3 areas that we've been looking at that we can talk a bit about. The first one of those is further up up Germany Beck, where we have the peat deposits. So we have deposits of peat, which are really interesting. They're mentioned in the sagas, so we'd really like to try and get some dating for that peat and see what was going on up there. So we have peat deposits there. We also have the clay and the sand that form the very edge of the valley of the Germany Beck. Can we see any activity, any evidence for activity going on the edge of Germany Beck there? So tantalising hints there, but maybe most important in the end is going to be the dating of that peat. When did the peat stop being laid down there? When did we start to see the development of the alluvial layers over the top of it? Because we have descriptions of peat causing problems for the soldiers in 1066. And trench number 1 has in it what are probably the remains of a road going down to the Beck. Is this the road? Is this in fact the main routeway at some point coming into York? We certainly like to think that's the case. And very interestingly, if we just go beyond trench number 1 to trench number 2, we have the area there where there's a lot of alluvium building up. So where we have our road, we have sand being deposited over the top. Only 10 metres away, downstream, we have development of a big layer of alluvium. This is material that's being laid down by flooding, probably through the medieval period, which has at the bottom of it a layer of iron pan. Beneath that iron pan, we have a series of lenses of sands that have been laid down before the iron pan forms. And one of those layers appears to have trapped interesting material from 1066, but that was excavated last year. And we found a number of concentrations of metalwork further up Germany Beck from where the excavations took place in 2015. And the metalworking has been identified as from the right period, from the period of 1066, could be Viking or Anglo-Saxon. So we have an arrowhead. We also have an iron wedge. A very rusty horseshoe. And the metalworking has been identified as from the right period, from the period of 1066, could be Viking or Anglo-Saxon. We have an axe blank, so this hasn't ever been sharpened, it hasn't been finished, but it's the right size and the right shape to become an axe. We also have small hearth bottoms, so this is the material that forms at the bottom of a hearth where working is taking place. Also these very strange mushroom-like finds. These are little iron anvils, we think, that have actually had a spike in the bottom of them, could be driven into wood. So there's a variety of things here from the upper reaches of Germany Beck.